Unforgettable Life Lesson with Chadwick Boseman. Hi friends. Today I want to share with you an unforgettable life lesson inspired by a man whose presence on this earth was brief, but whose impact will echo for generations, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick wasn't just an actor, he wasn't just a performer, a storyteller, or a celebrity. He was a symbol of purpose, resilience, dignity, and quiet strength. He carried a message within him that so many people never discovered until after he was gone, and that message is this: your life is not defined by how long you live, but by what you choose to live for. Whenever we talk about greatness, we often think of fame, recognition, trophies, applause, but Chadwick taught the world something different. He showed us that true greatness is silent, internal, and powerful. It comes from knowing your purpose and choosing to walk in it no matter the obstacles. Today, let's walk through the life lessons he left behind, lessons that can transform your mindset, energize your spirit, and make you rethink what it truly means to live a meaningful life. One purpose is bigger than pain. When Chadwick Boseman played iconic roles, Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, and of course King T'Challa in Black Panther, the world watched him shine. But what many people didn't know was that he was fighting a battle every single day. He went through surgeries, he went through chemotherapy, he went through excruciating pain, he went through moments of exhaustion and nights of uncertainty. And he didn't tell the world. Why? Because he believed his purpose was bigger than his pain. He never let his struggle become a reason to stop. Instead, he let it become a reason to continue. He knew he had a responsibility to inspire, to represent, to uplift, and to give voice to stories that deserve to be heard. Ask yourself today, what pain are you allowing to hold you back? What excuses are stopping you from walking toward your purpose? Chadwick's lesson to all of us is simple. If you understand your purpose, nothing can stop you, not fear, not failure, not even pain. True excellence is a choice. In Hollywood, many people play roles, but very few embody them. Chadwick was one of those rare individuals who believed every character he touched had a deeper meaning. He turned down stereotypical roles. He refused to portray characters without dignity. He believed in representing his people with strength, intelligence, courage, and humanity. He chose excellence, not comfort. He chose standards, not shortcuts. He chose value, not fame. Excellence is not something you stumble into. It is something you decide. Every morning he woke up, he made a choice. Today I will give my best, no matter what. And that is exactly what he did. Silence is not weakness, it is power. In a world obsessed with broadcasting every detail of life, Chadwick Boseman taught us the value of private strength. He didn't announce his suffering, he didn't seek sympathy, he didn't let the world see his vulnerabilities. Not because he was hiding, but because he believed his purpose was not to be pitied, but to inspire. Silence is not weakness, silence is not fear, silence is not surrender. Real strength doesn't need to shout. Real strength works quietly and speaks loudly through action. Chadwick showed us that the loudest message sometimes comes from the quietest warrior. Legacy matters more than spotlight. Chadwick Boseman understood something very profound. Fame is temporary, legacy is eternal. In every speech he gave, in every interview he did, in every moment he had with fans and with children battling illness at hospitals, he embodied humility and purpose. He didn't care about being famous, he cared about what his fame could create. He cared about opening doors for others. He cared about inspiring young children. He cared about showing the world a different image of African excellence. He cared about using his platform to tell stories that mattered. Chadwick's life was short, but his legacy is enormous. The question for all of us today is, what legacy are you building? What will people remember you for? What impact will you leave behind? Because at the end of life, nobody talks about your money, your car, your likes or followers. They talk about how you made them feel. They talk about what you stood for. They talk about the difference you made. 5. Success has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with faith. Many people think success is about being in the right place at the right time. But Chadwick's journey shows us something else. Success begins with faith. Faith in your dream, faith in your purpose, faith in your calling, faith in yourself. He believed he was meant for something extraordinary, not because he felt superior, but because he felt responsible. He said once, "Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose within you." That is faith, that is belief, that is destiny. Whatever challenge you are facing right now, remember, faith is not about everything going right. Faith is about trusting that everything has meaning. 6. Your time is limited, make it count. Chadwick Boseman didn't know how much time he had. None of us do, but instead of letting the fear of death stop him, he used the awareness of limited time to energize his life. He didn't waste days, he didn't waste opportunities, he didn't waste his gift. He chose urgency, he chose purpose, he chose meaning. Every second became precious, every moment became purposeful, every role became a mission. Imagine living like that. Imagine treating every day like it might be your last. Imagine giving your full energy, passion, and soul to your dream. Your life would change. Because the truth is, no matter how long we live, life is always short. The only difference is whether we choose to live fully. 7. True heroes don't wear capes, they wear responsibility. When Chadwick put on the Black Panther suit, he wasn't just playing a superhero. He was showing the world what a hero actually looks like. A hero uplifts others. A hero inspires hope. A hero fights for change. A hero uses strength for service. A hero doesn't need powers, a hero needs purpose. Children saw themselves in King T'Challa. Adults found pride in representation. People around the world felt connected to a story of culture, strength, and identity. Chadwick became a hero not because he played one on screen, but because he lived like one off screen. 8. Kindness is the greatest strength. In the last years of his life, despite his illness, Chadwick visited children in hospitals who were fighting their own battles with cancer. Nobody knew he was fighting the same battle. He hugged them, he encouraged them, he listened to them, he prayed with them. That is not celebrity behavior, that is human greatness. His kindness was powerful. His humility was rare. His compassion was real. And the greatest message he left us with is this: be kind. Be present. Be human. In a world chasing applause, choose kindness. It lasts longer. 9. What you do for others is more important than what you do for yourself. Chadwick Boseman believed in lifting others. He believed in standing up for what is right. He believed in giving back. He didn't rise alone, and he didn't want others to rise alone either. He used his success to create opportunities for new actors. He used his voice to speak. Thank you.